Assalamu alaikum, dear children. Welcome back to our channel where we explore the beautiful stories of Islam. As Muharram starts, that marks the beginning of the Islamic New Year. But do you know why Muharram is so special in Islam? It reminds us of one of the most important journeys in history, the Hijrah, the migration of Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, from Mecca to Madinah. Let's travel back in time to discover why this journey changed the world forever. In Mecca, the Prophet ﷺ spent many years calling people to worship only Allah. Some people believed and followed him, but many others rejected his message. They made fun of him, harmed his followers, and tried to stop Islam from spreading. The Muslims faced so much trouble. They couldn't pray freely. Some were even tortured. Life became very hard. But the Prophet, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, told his followers to be patient. He continued spreading the message of Islam with kindness and wisdom. One day, something amazing happened. People from a faraway city called Yathrib, which would later be called Madinah, came to Mecca during Hajj. They heard about the Prophet and wanted to know more. They secretly met with him at night in a place called Aqaba and believed in his message. They promised to protect him and help him if he moved to their city. This was called the Pledge of Aqaba. The Prophet, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, told his followers, "You may now go to Yathrib." So little by little, the Muslims left Mecca and moved to this new city. The leaders of Quraysh were angry. They didn't want Islam to spread. They saw that the Muslims were leaving and growing stronger. So, they made an evil plan. They decided to kill the Prophet. But Allah had another plan, a plan to protect his messenger. On that special night, the Prophet ﷺ told his best friend Abu Bakr, radiyallahu anhu, "Allah has given me permission to migrate." They quietly left Mecca at night and went to hide in a cave called Thawr, far away in the mountains. Meanwhile, the Quraysh searched everywhere, but they couldn't find them. Do you know what happened? When the enemies came close to the cave, a spider spun a web and a pigeon laid eggs at the entrance. The enemies thought no one could be inside. So, they left. This was Allah's way of protecting his prophet. After 3 days in the cave, the Prophet ﷺ and Abu Bakr, radiyallahu anhu, continued their journey. It took more than a week. They traveled across hot deserts, through valleys, and mountains. Along the way, they were chased by a man named Suraka, who wanted the reward Quraysh promised. But Allah protected them, and Suraka's horse kept sinking into the sand. Suraka finally believed that the Prophet was truly chosen by Allah, and he went back without harming them. At last, they reached Madinah, a city that was waiting eagerly to welcome the Prophet ﷺ. When the people of Madinah saw the Prophet, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, entering their city, they were filled with joy. They sang, "Tala al-Badru, Elena, min Thaniyat al-Wada. The full moon has risen upon us from the valley of Wada." The Prophet ﷺ smiled, and Islam began to shine brighter than ever before. In Madinah, the Muslims could now pray freely, build a masjid, and live in peace. This Hijrah marked the beginning of the Islamic calendar, a new life, a new mission, and a new hope. The Hijrah was not just a move from one city to another. It was a turning point. It showed us the importance of patience in hard times, trust in Allah, courage to follow the truth, brotherhood between Muslims. Hijrah teaches us that even in the darkest moments, Allah is always with us, guiding, protecting, and preparing something better. Thank you for joining this amazing journey of Hijrah. The story of Hijrah shows us that with faith, anything is possible. Let's begin this Islamic New Year with good intentions, good actions, and love for the Prophet. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more beautiful Islamic stories for kids. And happy Islamic New Year! May this year bring you peace, blessings, and knowledge.